of the Black Golf Directory, and this is day 2 of our BGD Virtual Career Fair. Today we have some really great guests from Team Callaway. And for those who may not have heard of Callaway, you should have heard by now. It's a great golf equipment and apparel company, and they have a million other things going on that I'm going to let them explain to you. But this is just a great a company to know about because they have some awesome opportunities in some awesome locations. So just a quick thing as a heads up to everybody joining in. If you want to hear the recorded interview later on, you can sign up through our link in the bio for free to get all of the recorded interviews and also get reminders of any job or internship opportunities, as well as heads up for the upcoming interviews that we'll have over the next few days. So we got 2 weeks. This is September 26th as of yesterday to October 7th that we're doing this event. So every day you're seeing me for 45 minutes doing different companies all over the golf industry. So with that, I'm going to bring on my guest.
Everyone, I'm Mackenzie Mack. I'm the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion and Engagement at Callaway Golf.
Welcome. And I just want to say, because she's one of the most humble people I know, I'm going to make her give you her resume just a little bit, because you've heard me say before that I've done almost everything in golf, but this chick has actually done more than me. But I'm gonna go to Matthew, and then I'm gonna come back to you, Mackenzie.
Okay. I definitely give honor where honor is due. She has done everything in this industry. But my name is Matthew Brown. I was a 2022 summer intern in the R&D department of Callaway Golf.
Awesome. And so explain what R&D is, Matthew.
Research and development. I study engineering, so I did all of the engineering side of the golf industry.
Cool. All right, so we are going to come back to you to explain more, but that's
because he's humble too, because he does a lot of 3D printing, and he's really good at what he does. So he's being humble as well.
All right, so let's make an oath right now that we are not going to be humble, because this is the Black Golf Derby Virtual Career Fair, and people need to know what amazing things we're doing. So I'm going to come back to you, Mackenzie Mack, who, for those who are joining in, Mackenzie is a full-time employee there, and she's going to talk to us about Callaway and all that they offer as a company.
Yeah, so there's so much. It's every day, ever changing. But for you guys just tuning in, Mackenzie, Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Engagement at Callaway Golf, which is newly branded Top Golf Callaway brand. And as you see in my background, those are all the brands that are under that Top Golf Callaway umbrella. So there's so many things. We are the global leader in modern golf. And we focus on delivering industry-leading golf equipment, apparel, and entertainment. You're probably like, what is modern golf, right? So it is the new age of golf. It's where golf is headed, not where it's been. And we want to be the leader in that, meaning more inclusive, meaning on-course golf. We still want to play at the golf course, but we also know that there's other ways to play off the course as well. And most importantly, we want to make the game dynamic and fun. So that is our mission, and that's what we strive to do, as you can see with some of the things that we've done, right? We've merged with Top Golf, which brings in that entertainment piece, that brings in that off-course piece, and that dynamic piece, right? If you look at the Callaway side of it, just the on-course brand, we bring some life to it, right? Some of our influencers with Roger Steele, with World of Wonder. If you look at our documentaries we've done with Muni and the Skyview Association, we are here to make golf for everyone, make it fun, and hope that you join that journey with us.
Awesome. Thanks for that kind of overview. And for those joining in, this is Callaway Golf. We're talking about all things Callaway, as well as job opportunities and internships, which we haven't gotten into yet. If you have a question, however, during the interview, please feel free to put it in the chat, and we will address it as soon as we can, because we want this to be an open dialogue. So, Mackenzie, I'm coming back to you. I know firsthand that you have worked a million jobs, and I'm going to make you explain a couple of them to the group. What led you to Callaway?
Good question. So, like they mentioned earlier, I've done a little bit of everything in golf. So I played golf since I was 7 years old. So of course, when you play young, the dream is to play professionally, right? So I played college golf, and after college golf, I wanted to play professionally. So moved to Tampa, played professional golf for a few years. Loved it. It was tough. It was expensive, but loved every part of it. And while I was playing, I was working at the first tee, making ends meet, and really enjoyed helping youth with their journey. So I decided to be the program director down in Tampa, helped that program be the largest chapter in the country in 2018, and then was able to move to Memphis and be the executive director, the associate executive director down there, and grow that program. I just really loved teaching. I really loved helping the youth develop their game and bring new people into the game. So while I was in Memphis, opportunity came up at Callaway. They were starting a new leadership rotational program, and I was interested in it, and that's how I kind of made the transition from green grass into corporate. So I've always had a business sense and passion with my MBA. So I knew I always wanted to merge the two between golf and business. So when that opportunity came up, I jumped right on it, and it has been one of the best decisions I've made. It's been an eye opener, and that's why I like doing the career fairs and sharing the different roles, because before I got to Callaway, I didn't know all the jobs that were available. When I was playing, all you hear is you can be a golf coach, you can run a golf course, and that's really it. And being at Callaway, being able to see some other things, which we're going to share today, it's so much more than that. Matt right here is not in any of those. He is actually creating the equipment and making sure that it performs to top level. We have a whole media team. Callaway is one of the only manufacturing companies that has a whole production studio that's similar to the size of Golf Channel. So we have a whole team dedicated to our media. People don't think, but R&D is one of the bigger departments at a golf company. Well, at least ours, because we're the best. So we want to make sure we have the best equipment. So we put a lot of money and a lot of time to prototyping, to 3D printing, to AI technology. Technology is big with our company as well. And so there's so many different roles, like retail marketing. I got to be part of a retail marketing team. I didn't know that was a thing. Of course, I know that when you go into Dick's Sporting Goods, somebody put those signs there, right? Somebody designed where the clubs go and the merchandising. Well, that was my role at one point. I got to design the setups at retail, the window features. You get to design that. That is a role. That is a job. And so I'm so excited to be here to share that and learn that on my journey. I just don't think that it's talked about enough about all the roles there are in the golf industry.
You are 100% spot on, Mackenzie. And again, in your humble approach to life, you forgot to mention you are LPGA and PGA certified. And I'm a fellow PGA sister as well. But the key of letting the audience know about that is that when you get those certifications, even then you're like, okay, I'm working a golf course, I'll teach, I'll play, but you never think about doing stuff out of the box in the corporate space. So I think to your point, we learn even as certified professionals about other things that you can do with those certification outside of being at a golf course 24/7. So thank you for that overview, Mackenzie, and love hearing your story every time. Matthew, could you please share with us a little bit about your journey and what led you to intern at Callaway?
No problem. Just like okay, Mackenzie, I started playing golf at a young age. I picked up golf at the age of 5. So golf has always been like my passion and my love. Unfortunately, I was hard-headed. I ran track in high school and in college. I end up getting hurt in college, and then I just like said to myself, what am I still doing in track? I have to go to my first love. And so that was my first love. And then I end up teaching for the First Tee in Boston. And then I came down to DC and I teach for the First Tee here in DC. And I was also one of the coach on the junior PGA. And so, and for a long time, I thought that's what I was going to do. And I had no problem, going ahead, teaching back and giving back to the community. But then I really wanted to go and like merge both of my loves. I'm studying mechanical engineering in school. So I wanted to merge my love of engineering and my love of golf. So I had to go do some research, and then lo and behold, there is a R&D, for golf. And so that's something after my 15, 20 years of playing golf, I never knew existed, So I reached out to all of the golf companies, and then I landed to like the best one, and then I end up becoming an intern in the prototype innovation team, where Mackenzie was right. I focused more. Well, my job was focusing more on 3D printing. I 3D printed things to help hold the clubs in different manufacturing needs, and I also 3D printed anything that is needed for the R&D team. If the golf ball side of the R&D division needed a contraption to go and hold their golf balls and spin it a certain way, I had the opportunity to go be able to design and build that for their team.
That's pretty cool. So just for the record, I have never used a 3D printer, so I'm jealous because I now have it on my bucket list. I think that sounds cool that you can do that in an internship. Also, you both are golfers. Obviously, I'm a golfer, but Matthew, would you say what you did as the R&D, did you need to have a golf background, or was it more important to have that engineering background?
It definitely helped having a golf background to go and like think as a golfer, but no, he didn't need to. I definitely met people who were a part of the team who never played golf before, but they were great engineers, so it's not needed, but it definitely helps.
Yeah. Especially when you know your preferences, right? You can figure out how to do things the way you like it.
Yeah, of course.
So, Mackenzie, can you talk to the audience about the internship program specifically, and also if there are other opportunities you want to share?
Sure, yes. So our internship, we're actually recruiting right now. Applications are open for our internship program for 2023. I know that seems like it's early, but it's really not. Your top school's top talent is looking to plan for the future, and so they're looking to solidify an offer at a company. So we're trying to get a top talent at our company, and so please go to our website and apply for an internship. It is callawaygolf.com/internships. Feel free to email me directly, mackenzie.matt@callawaygolf.com. And my biggest thing is apply right now. Like, you're looking at this right after we finish this, go apply right now because they go super fast. And I don't want you to be thinking, maybe I do, maybe I don't. And by the time you get your application in, it's already closed. So please, make sure you apply ASAP if you're interested in any of the roles, because they do go fast. So our internship is growing, I'll say that. So last year we had about 35, and I think we're going to be 41 interns this year. And in all areas of the business. Our goal with the internship program is to hopefully find some full-time employees. So we do have a preference for juniors in college or higher. So it could be grad school, it could be senior, it could be rising junior, because that is our focus. It's not just a time to get coffee, have a good time. Like, we're looking for that next up and coming engineer. We're looking for that next social media coordinator. So it's So that's our goal. So when you come to our company, make sure you have that in mind. You're looking around to see, is this a place I want to work? Because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for new employees. Like I said, it's in every area, right? So we have sales, we have IT, we have R&D, operations. Most of them are headquarters, which is in Carlsbad, California, but we do have some in Chicopee, Massachusetts, at our golf ball plant, which is operations engineering background. We also have some at Travis Matthew in Huntington Beach, and then we have some at Texas in our distribution center as well, which is going to be operations. So a little bit of everything across the board, but like I said, they go super, super fast. So make sure you get your application in. And I'll let Matt talk to some of his experience, but we like to make sure there's very hands-on projects. You get some real life experience. You get to speak to the leadership in the company. Our CEO came and did a lunch and learn with all of the interns, as well as our EVP of sales, Glenn. So they love to make sure to mentor the interns and be visible and be available if you have any questions. Because we have such a large intern class, they get to interact with each other. So they ended up having an intern golf league. We have golf events for them, and lunch and learns, like I said, and career development. So we have resume building, we have building your brand, and just to help build them as an up and coming corporate person, right? And make you a better student, a better employee by the time you leave, no matter where you go, but hopefully Callaway. So, so I love having the interns in. They bring so much energy to the campus and to the building. And I can speak to so many things because I really enjoyed them this year, but I'll let Matt tell his experience since he lived it.
Yeah, definitely. And I just want to be clear because there was a question that you did answer in regards to the internships. All internships are going to be based at one of your locations, meaning they need to be in that location to do the internship. And how long do those internships last again?
Around 10 weeks. So we're flexible in school schedules and try to work around what your school requires and whatnot, but on average about 10 weeks in the summer.
Okay, perfect. And as far as employment opportunities, I guess it varies depending, but post-COVID, what does that look like in regards to working in-house versus remote?
Right now, everything is in-house. I would say I would say at headquarters, we do have like a hybrid system depending on the role. So it's very dependent on the role and where you're at. Of course, in R&D role, they have a lot of machinery that they have to work with. It's highly confidential, so you cannot do that from home. Like it's just not doable. So some of the other roles are a little bit more flexible, but HQ is a lot, wherever the location is where it's going to be. I will say at first it seems like, oh, okay, but I enjoy coming to the office. Like it's a huge building with windows from floor to ceiling. It's just an environment. It's something I love to do and come in and just see everybody and meet with the R&D team and see what's going on. I'm part of the testing team, so I go and hit the product before it's even out. So I like tinkering around the building. So I always encourage people to come for sure. But as far as job, always growing. We're a growing company, as you see all those companies to the side of me need employees. So same thing, go to callawaygolf.com/careers, or you can email me directly, mackenzie.matt@callawaygolf.com. I post on my social media jobs that are coming up. It's ever changing. It happens so fast. So please, when you see it, please apply. Like they happen so fast, but in everything. We're looking for roles in everything in every part of our business. Travis Matthew, if you're into apparel, Callaway for hard goods and any business needs, and Topgolf. Topgolf's headquarters is in Dallas, and they have venues and well, all across the country. And I know when you think Topgolf, you're like, oh, maybe that's just a host, right? It's so much more than that. They actually have offices on site, have venues, sales teams, director of instruction. They have a whole business unit at these venues that you could be a part of. So please go to the website, check it out. You see something you like, don't hesitate to reach out, and let's get you in.
Awesome. Thanks, Mackenzie. So Matthew, I have a question for you. Mackenzie did list all of the benefits that I could hear for interns, but what was your favorite experience working at Callaway as an intern?
I mean, so we're talking about experience, so we can talk about experience of just interacting with my fellow interns. You know, that's just one experience that was just amazing. You know, I can honestly say I was with them not during the week, but I enjoyed being with them on the weekend. Like we went to baseball games together. We went to like the beaches together. So just growing and knowing with my interns and that was an amazing experience. We had barbecues, you know, and that's the thing. But in terms of inside the office, one of the best experience was, you know, going to my manager and like he just sharing his knowledge with me. So that's someone who's worked in the golf industry for the last 20, 25 years. So he had so much knowledge. And so when he would ask me to go do a project, I would go back to my desk and jot some stuff down, jot some ideas down, and then come back to them and was like, hey, is this what you meant? And he was like, yes, but you know, because I have more experience, then try it this way. And then it was just a mind blowing thing. I was like, I never thought of that, you know? So, that whole experience, and it just had me just wanting to learn even more, just like, you know, just throughout the years and just gain more and more knowledge about the industry just has me excited to join it.
I will say this about Matt. Matt, everybody knew who Matt was in the office. I will say that. Matt made sure he spoke to everyone. He said hello to everyone, and he always had a smile on his face. And I always tell it because the internship is what you make of it, right? If you're the type of person that's going to go to your desk and you're going to be quiet, do your work, will you get something out of it? Of course. Will you get the most? No. I truly believe Matt got the most out of his time at our headquarters, and I really appreciated that. I really love seeing him there, and he brought a lot of energy to the intern group and to the office. Like, people were excited to see him and sad to see him go. And I will also say about Matt, so you guys attend these career fairs and you think, oh, well, will I actually get a job? Like, are they serious? Well, I actually met Matt at a career fair, right? So I met him. You know how you schedule like little meetings with the people, scheduled a like 5-minute call with him, and I got his passion right away for golf and for engineering. He's sending me like prototypes that he's developing in his room and all of these things. And right away I was like, he has to be at Callaway. And right away I went to my team and said, look, we got to figure out a way to get him here because his energy. So when we think, oh no, it doesn't happen, it does. And I don't come to career fairs, I don't do these things just to show my beautiful face. I come looking for a great candidate for the company. And so when you come, make sure you reach out. Make sure you say hi to the people that are presenting because they are there for that as well. And so I just remember our conversation, and it just was like the life of the afternoon of all the people I had talked to. I was like, oh, he's got to come. I'm done. I don't need, like, Matt's got to come.
I do remember our conversation as well. I was like, hold on, let me go and get my prints downstairs. I like have to show you this. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and we had technical problems. So like the first call didn't work because we couldn't hear, and then it was a whole situation. But it ended up being a perfect fit. So yes. Make sure you take advantage of your moment and make it the most.
Yeah, so for those just tuning in, we're with Callaway Golf for the virtual career fair. And I think one of the things you should take away that I just heard is even in a career fair setting, I would even say on social media, to make yourself notice, ask a question, send a private, direct message to the presenter, Mackenzie Mack, or even Matthew Brown, just to say, hey, I really enjoyed the presentation, but make yourself notice for the opportunities, whether it's this company or anybody else, because that's what recruiters and people looking to hire are looking for. So you talked about some of the great things that Matt did, and I believe it, because even when Matt came on today, I was like, I feel like I know you from somewhere. You have such a inviting personality. Whether we've never met before, I don't know, but the point is you have that personality type. And so, Mackenzie, we've had these side conversations. Can you give maybe one to two no-nos that you've seen people do that was like, nope, you have no chance of getting hired, so people know what to stay away from? Let's start with the resume.
Make sure, one, don't make it like 18 pages. Like legit, we're reading through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of applications. Make sure that it is specific to the role that you're going towards too. If you're going for R&D prototyping, and like it's great that you rate that Smoothie King, but I need to know what skills you have for prototyping, right? And I think one of the things that Matt did right away was like, hey, this is what I do, right? So I knew right away he had some experience in the area that he was asking to be in. So make sure on your resume you list those skills. Like there's no too small. Make sure if there's a computer program, especially these highly technical roles, make sure you list those areas, those skills that you have, those programming, whatever it is. Make sure you list it so that we know that you have the base level experience for that particular role. As far as talking and interviewing people, for me, I like to see open-minded people. When you're like, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm like, well, like, are you trying? Like, work with me, help me, help you, help me, help you, right? So, and I think that's maybe just my personality. Like, I'm a yes person, and so I'm gonna try it. And I think that's what our CEO said at our lunch and learn. He said, "Be a yes person." He said that's what has led to his success is saying yes, not knowing. Not knowing where it's gonna take you, but it may be the best thing that for you to do. And so be open-minded and eager to learn. That's really the biggest thing. And that's something that I see a lot. They're just stuck in one lane and not open to expanding, which can be very limiting for me as a recruiter, because I may see on your resume where you could fit some other places, but you're like dead set no, then that just limits where we can fit you in. And I will say for me personally, I went in thinking I was going to be in finance. I am in HR right now. So, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's absolutely where I need to be. But if you had asked me when I came in 2 years ago, I would have said, no, please don't put me over there, please. So you got to stay open-minded. I think that's one of the biggest things that I see is just be open. And you guys are young. You have so much time to change. And then also, how do you learn about the company if you're not in the company? So I say jump in where you can get in and then ask questions. Like I said, Matt, I can tell you, Matt, I'm sure Matt, people from every department. And if he wanted to come in a different department, he could next year because he made the most out of his experience. He could not have done that if he had turned it down because it wasn't exactly what he wanted. He would never have been in the building. So keep an open mind and just say yes sometimes. Yes is okay.
Just say yes. Say yes. I love it. Say yes. I love it. Well, Matt, I got one more question for you related to something that Mackenzie mentioned, which is a lot of skills coming into Callaway, but what is a skill or two that you took away from your experience?
Well, that's a very good question. something I took away from Callaway is definitely don't be afraid to fail, you know? And what I mean by that is, especially in what I did as a prototype innovation, we tried and tried and tried again. You know, it was the running joke in R&D that R&D stands for redo, you know, that like you just keep on trying. I had a project and I think before I got to something that I liked, I was on the 8th or ninth revision. And even then, I still wasn't done with it, you know. And it's and then so one of my coworkers who told me that like failure, those are all data points on your ascension to your final project. Every failure, that's how you learn. So it was don't not be afraid to fail, be encouraged and be welcomed by it, so that you actually tried it. It didn't work. Now use it as a data point to go in or push you forward. Just go in or get better.
Awesome. Redo. I like that. That's pretty cool. And that's life, right? We all have to learn and grow. So, and Matt, I don't think I asked you this at the beginning. I should call you Matthew because we're not on that level yet, but we will be.
It's all right.
Was this your first time interning, or had you done an internship before?
I had done an internship before. So last year I was an intern for NIST, that is the National Institute of Standard and Technologies. I was a research intern, and so what I did is I did 3D printing, but on the software side. So when you save something in a CAD file, so that's a computer-aided design file, it is saved in code. So I was looking at the code of different CAD files and see how data is processed and transferred from the actual file to the 3D printer, and see what information was lost and what information is actually needed to go be able and print something.
Wow, you sound really intelligent saying everything you just said. I don't know that I understood it all, but I appreciate the breakdown.
It's okay. That's how I look at all the R&D team every time.
So where I was going with that question is simply to say, you know, what was it, I would say, different about working in a golf industry job or sports agency, if you will, versus a non-sports agency with an engineering background?
So first things first is this is more hands-on for me, and it's directly up my alley. I'm definitely a hands-on person. I need to see what I'm doing and like what I'm getting into, and that's what like my manager encouraged. He said, because of your specific job title, you're more 30-70 or 40-60, where 40% of your time is at your desk, while the other 60% is you're in the lab and seeing was your desk work correct. And while at my other internship, I was just reading over files and doing and just taking down notes and just seeing raw data. So this is more like seeing what I'm doing and then going to the lab to go and make sure it was actually working. And then if it wasn't working, go take down those data points and then go back to my desk and see how I can fix it.
Cool. All right. So more hands-on. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask a couple quick rapid fire questions, which means you have less than 10 seconds to respond. And this goes for both Matthew and Mackenzie. Mackenzie looks nervous. And then we're gonna wrap things up. So the first one is, what's your favorite? I'll start with Mackenzie. What's your favorite Callaway product so far?
Oh, the Jaws Raw Red wedges. Woo.
Okay.
You want to giddy up on your wedges? That's it. And I don't even like chipping, so that's a lot to take for me.
Yeah, I have Callaway wedges, so I can attest they are pretty awesome. What about you, Matthew? It doesn't have to be.
So it's either going to be my Jaws Raw wedges, only because that they are custom. You know, working at Callaway, I definitely had a backdoor, so I got to customize my wedges. So my wedges are Avengers themed. And then I actually had the extreme honor of having one of the guys who stamped all the president's wedges. He actually stamped some of my wedges for me. So it's either that or my putter. You know, I go nowhere without my putter.
Okay. We are true golfers on this call. We are all like, we trying to score. Let's get those budgets right. I love it. All right. So next quick question is, now that we've been in this hybrid state, and obviously for you, Matt, you are in school / interning when you can. Do you prefer the working at home or working in the office environment?
I'll go again. I'm a hybrid person. Like I'm really an introvert, so I like being at home in my pajamas. But I'm my passion is golf, so I like being in the office. I like seeing the new products coming out. I like trying the clubs. I like messing with R&D, asking them a lot of questions. So I enjoy a little bit of both.
Okay. What about you, Matt?
This is an inside joke for Mackenzie. I am also an introvert. Stop. No, I am an extreme extrovert. So it's definitely being in the office. You know, I need to go and work still with my hands. I would love to go. And don't get me wrong, I love my house, but I love being outside my house. And I love meeting new people, talking to people, and all that stuff. So definitely the office.
All right, cool. Well, that's all I have. I would love for you both to kind of wrap it up and give the audience, I'll start with you, Matthew, just, one little nugget on what they should be thinking about should they consider applying for an internship opportunity at Callaway.
So first things first, you definitely should be thinking about applying for an internship at Callaway. But for my little nugget to you is don't stop trying. I'm not the typical age of a college student. This is my third time trying college, but I am here, and just greater things can happen. Have you seen that picture where like that one guy is turning away from like the diamonds and he was so close? Like just keep on hammering, like you are so close, and you have no idea what is at the other side of that next door.
Well, I know one thing. You need to be a preacher if you leave the golf industry back, because that was a word, okay? That was a whole word. All right, Mackenzie, follow that up.
Apply now. That's all I have to say. Apply now. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Put your application in here from our team. See what it's about. You can't do that until you apply. So please apply. Go to the website, stay up on it, follow me. I try to post as many jobs as I can. Our LinkedIn, we post all the jobs on LinkedIn. So go to Callaway LinkedIn, and please apply. You can go to our website again. It's callawaygolf.com/careers. And then for internships, callawaygolf.com/internships. And again, please do not hesitate to reach out to me even on Instagram, at my email, mackenzie.matt@callawaygolf.com. I will respond and ask any questions you have about the company, about how to get in, where you fit. Just reach out. Start the conversation. You never know where it can go and where it connects you to. So we have jobs of everywhere for everything. I bet I could surprise you about all the good things we got going on in Callaway. So please reach out.
Awesome. Thank you both. And for everyone who tuned in a little bit late, again, I'm Jamie Taylor, the CEO of Black Golf Directory. This is our third annual Virtual Career Fair, Day 2. We have 9 more companies that are going to be joining us over the next couple weeks, Monday through Friday, to share their employment and internship opportunities. So please go to our link in the bio to get the recorded interview that you saw today in case you missed anything, as well as the future interviews that we'll be doing. We'll give you the schedule, and also you can access the recorded interviews for those. So I got a lot of fans. You guys got a lot of, hey, how you doing? Greetings. I think Mama Max here is on there giving a bunch of kudos. So great job, everyone. Great. I'm reading back all the feedback. They said great job. And thank you both for joining me today. And good luck, Matthew, on everything you got going on. And
thank you so
Matt,
much.
I know I see you around.
Yes, always.
All right, y'all. Have a great evening. Bye, everyone.
You too. Thank you for having me.